3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? Welcome to 1.76. To my surprise, these updates are coming fast and loose. So this is a tutorial that's free on YouTube. So this is the third video. I'm just sort of going over things that I haven't gone over before. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just kind of completing this character because I went through some changes. I pushed the eyelids up here. I pushed these down a little bit. I sort of smoothed out around here so that it's just like nice and smooth. So there's more of a smooth transition instead of really seeing the bottom eyelid. And I'm always making changes like that. You know, I always stay on my characters and I make the changes necessary. I raised these up a little bit. So just little improvements. I'm always doing stuff like that because, you know, you always got to be I'm always trying to figure out what would make the character better. For example, like even if it's as small as taking like this section and like maybe moving it up a little bit, sometimes like little details like that can like really make a big difference. I don't really know. Yeah, even that little bit I feel like just helps. So what I'd like to do now is just, I think I'm pretty much done with it. I might want to just put 2 little eye dots up here like I always do for my characters, but I could also paint those. I just want to add some eyelashes like I always do. So let's do tube, and snap is good. And I want to start it from maybe around here. And this will be a quick video. I'm not going to do too much because I'm going to use this for the thumbnail, and I want to get this out so I can start on a 1.76 video so I can sort of play around with it and see what's new. Okay, so, or see what else is new. But we'll see what what I come up with as I'm doing this. I don't like this little house. I watched Holder's video, kind of. I wasn't paying absolute attention because I was sitting in my car for alternate side parking. Any of you who know what that is. But I did look a little bit, but I really don't know what that button is for or what it does. So once I have that like that, I'm going to hit spline to make it nice and curvy. And so now I'm going to take it off snap, because if I leave it on snap, it won't go like inside the mesh. It'll stay like on the outside, and I want it to go inside the mesh. And actually, let me hide these just so I can see better what I'm doing. Oh, that's actually perfect. It actually looks good. So maybe I'll make this a smidge bigger, mirror it, and then I want to validate it, but I don't know why that looks... Okay, that's a little better. So let's validate and smooth. Oh, I must have post-process on. And I want to just paint this matte black. Take all the metalness out, because I don't need any shadows or anything or light bouncing off this. And then I just like to flatten out one side to give it a nice little flip. Let's actually pull this out a little bit. Okay, I kind of like that. I feel like it's a little bit... Yeah, I want it to be sort of facing out more instead of facing up. But I want to make sure that this stays nice and smooth. So hopefully I didn't mess it up too much. That's not bad. So let's bring back the eyes. I just got back from the gym, so excuse my nose sniffles. And do we want them to be black? I think they look cute black, actually. You can always make them a little less. Oh, I have metalness in this too, don't I? Interesting. No, I think I like them black. I think we'll leave them black. I did want to mess with this color because I did put some metalness in it. So I want to see what it looks like without the metalness. The metalness does add an interesting, like, sort of plasticky sort of feel. Let's see if I made it a little more plasticky. Make it look more like a toy. Oh. Yeah, metalness gives it an interesting shine. But I kind of like it. It kind of looks nice. It kind of looks like a toy. I kind of like that 80s toy. A toy that you get in like a McDonald's meal kind of toy. I like that. All right. So let's add some quick eye dots. I don't even know if I actually want to keep them, but let's add them in C. Whoop. Whoop. It's so nice not worrying about those bugs we had, man. Those were rough. And I would say that, you know, because the tube tool is like one of my favorite tools. You might hear the cat crunching. The tube tool is one of my favorite tools. So it was a pain to have to change those settings. Let's turn off stroke painting. Oh no, actually, which way do we want it? I think we want it this way. Smooth these out a bit. I want a little bit more of a curve in them. Yeah. Something like that. Maybe I'll just make them I want to make them additives to kind of get them a little lighter. Or I could always just make them this color. I kind of like that. It's kind of cute. Okay. So I'm pretty happy. There is a few other things. Oh, am I seeing the eye? I'm seeing the eyes. Let's clay that away. Clay away. I use the dumbest phrases. I mean, they make sense for me, but. So this is the new layer. Oh, I think I did everything on a new layer, so I think you should be able to see my changes. Oh, that's so sad. How sad is that? So those are the changes, and it's a lot of changes. It's just a different expression. So let's grab this color and let's make it, well, actually it's the inside of the mouth. So we can probably just make it dark and matte. Nomad on this. I kind of want it to be this color, so we'll make it dark, matte. And the tongue I feel like can come up a little bit. Okay, so let's paint on the base. Oh, is the base, wait a minute, head. If I add, I guess I'll just do it on a new layer. That's okay. That's fine. As long as it's darker in here. I don't usually rely on like the shadows to make it look darker. Sometimes they just don't function as well as I want them to. Okay, that should be pretty good. I'll use my smooth color. Just kind of smooth out the edges. There we go. Like that. There also is another thing that I would do on the eyes. So I'll add a layer and I'll just go black, and I guess it could be shiny. And on this layer, I'll just paint a black shadow. Oh, the eyes are kind of small. So let's use smooth color, which is just smooth with a 0 intensity. Let's just smooth this out a little bit. So now that looks nice and smooth, but obviously it looks weird. But we can lower the opacity of that layer. It might have actually been better if I changed the color of that too. For example, if I was to sort of take like an off-white sort of color, maybe something like this. And then paint down here. Actually, I think it needs to be a little bit more, yeah. A little bit more of an organic color. Let's see how that looks down at the bottom. Just to give the eyes a little bit of like a shadow. And you can do the same thing with this layer too. Like, so what is this? It's the inside of the mouth. You can do the same thing. So if I take this color, make it a little bit darker. I'm just gonna do it on a new layer. You can sort of paint around the eyes a little bit, make that a little bit darker. And then take your smooth color, which is smooth with 0 intensity. You can sort of smooth it. I don't know if it looked like it smoothed that well. You can always take smudge because it's kind of a high-res mesh, so sometimes it doesn't, the colors don't smooth that well. You can do the same thing on other layers. Like painting where the leg meets the body, giving that a little bit of a shadow. That smooths nicely. Hopefully I had symmetry on. And you can do the same thing, you know, for like these areas. All like the cracks and crevices, you know, like they would naturally be darker, and ambient occlusion kind of darkens them up. But I find that the more you can do without relying on the program just yet, because it's great, but it's not like perfect when it comes to shadows and all that stuff. Even like making shadows around the base. Hopefully this smooths out okay. I'll have to use smooth. But even just adding that little bit to the base kind of helps. I'll do the same thing over here. Take it off symmetry though. I won't color it in that dark because I know that it's not really smoothing that well because it's more of a high res mesh now. But even that little bit I think looks nice. We could add some color around here, but I think I like him green. I think I like green. Okay, this backdrop is getting on my last nerve. Go away, please. Even though it's not there, I'm still touching it clearly. There we go. Now maybe we want to add some color to the back. Like maybe a darker green, or like even like a different color. Sometimes you just gotta have to kind of see how they look. And I don't really think I like this, but let's see what it looks like if I try to blend it a little bit. Maybe just a little bit darker. Or maybe even like stripes or something. There's just so much you can do. Give him like stripes. I mean, they're terrible stripes, but I think I know what I think I know what would fit him actually. You know what would fit him? Just like some little dots. Wait, what's happening? What did I do? Yeah, something like that. So we have some little dots. Now, the very last thing is you can add some redness to the face. Nose, cheek area. Oh, I don't have symmetry on, like a dum-dum. The toes. And then we'll just smooth everything out, smooth these colors out. And then we'll make this layer really light. We're gonna have to do some smudging. I should probably also lower the, like decimate this once or twice. That would actually help a lot. And I shouldn't see much of a difference in quality. Let's see if I can smooth it out now better at all. Okay, it's pretty smooth, not bad. So let's just lower this layer a little bit so it's barely there. You just want it barely there. Okay. All right, cool. And if you really want to if you really want to be fancy, you can take the ground and you can sort of force the shadow. Because that's one thing about Nomad, the shadows they're not really that strong, like right underneath your mesh. if it's supposed to be like on the ground or something, it doesn't really show the shadows that much. Like there should be a very dark shadow, like right where anything touches the surface. And I don't really see it that much with Nomad, so sometimes I just do this. So that way I know that it's dark. Okay, so now I'll just take smooth. Just kind of smooth this out. Smooth that out. Cool. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. If you want to see, you probably already did the whole tutorial, but yeah, this is a whole tutorial, start to finish, free here on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you saw anything that I did or that I'm doing that could be better or improved, or just say hello. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're really serious about learning, then definitely check out my Skillshare classes. Just go to my website, drugfreedave.com. I have 2D classes in Procreate and 3D classes in Nomad Sculpt. Keep drawing, keep sculpting, and I'll see you all in the next video.